Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Today here, guys, I just want to bring to you all what it is that we are doing here on the homestead in this drought that we are in. Now, of course, today we was right at about 102 degrees, and it has been like this for, I want to say, at least about a month. Okay, not all the days been in the hundreds, but 97, close to 100. Okay, now a little bit of what we do, or what we are doing here on the homestead to bottle the drought and also that heat wave that comes through here. The heat wave is nothing much that we can really do about it, but what we are doing to water our plants and how we are watering our plants. And so that's what I want to share with you guys, because this right here, we have to make sure that these right here are doing well. Okay, you think about it, if that time comes when we don't have any food, it can be bad. Okay, so we have to make sure that we take care of this right here, and I'm going to share with you all how we go about taking care of it. And I'm also going to show you a bit of the damage that is happening here in the garden from the heat, just pretty much, you know, trying to take out some stuff. So right here, we are standing before the corn right now. Usually I come on in the morning to water, but simply because it has been so hot here in Georgia, what we are doing right now, we are watering at night. Okay, simply reason why, so that those plants can have a real good drink to battle the heat during the day. Okay, if you were to water early in the morning and that 100-degree heat come and hit your plant, hit the dirt, it can simply sometimes burn your plant. Okay, so right here with these corn, the beauty about it is the corn won't really get much of a disease or even our okra from watering at night. So we come on in and we overhead water, because at the time we don't have our drip system in the ground just as yet, but we come on in and water these right here for at least about an hour so they can have a real nice drink. And you think about it, with watering with the sprinkler, a lot of the water is getting in between the rows where the corn are not planted. Okay, so we have to make sure we water it real well so that these corn can get equal amount of water. Okay, so we're going to move on up here to our okras. And so right here we have our okras, and as y'all can see, some of the leaves, they are a bit droopy. Okay, and that's just from that heat throughout the day. Now once I water these right here tonight, you come on down in the morning and you can see that they are happy. They are just standing up real well. Now of course, okras, they don't really like that much water, but during the day, look at that. Do you see how dry that is getting? It is very dry. Now, one of the things is, before you water your plant at night, because what we do, we wait right at around 9:30 to almost 10 o'clock to come on out and water. Simple reason why, you want to make sure that this dirt right here cool down. Okay, like right now the dirt is very hot. We want it to cool down. Simple reason why, you don't want to put that cold water on this hot dirt and cook your roots. Okay, because you can cook the roots of your plants. So just make sure that your dirt is cooled down before you come in and water. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, but nonetheless, so far they're looking okay. They're looking okay, but we can use some rain. We are here praying for the rain. Now we're going to move on up here to our sweet potatoes. Now of course, our sweet potato, they absolutely love the heat. They love the heat. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at those and see what they're doing. Okay, and so here we are before the sweet potatoes. Now you can look and you can see, I won't say damage, but you can see where that the leaves are a bit wilted. Okay, now once I come on in and water these sweet potatoes and they get a drink of that water, the leaves will fill back out and they'll be looking real vibrant. Okay, but as y'all can see, they're starting to take off. You know, running all over the place. And one of the things with these sweet potatoes, really they don't like that much water, but in the drought, we want to make sure that we give them, you know, quite a bit to keep them alive and keep them sustained. Okay, and so that is it right there for the sweet potatoes. And we will move on over here. And so right here we have some cucumbers that this is our second crop of cucumbers that we planted down here at the bottom garden. So far they're doing good. Now what I'm doing with the watering, I'm watering every night, guys. In this drought here, you want to make sure you keep the roots of your plants moist. Okay, keep them very moist. Don't let them dry out. And another thing, don't forget to water your plants. Okay, because just that one day forgetting to water your plants, your plant can die. Okay, so make sure you remember when you get up to water your plants, whether you are watering in the morning or in the late evening. All right, so right here we have our tomatoes. So far they're doing good. They're doing good. It's not really a whole lot going on with the tomatoes other than maybe some sunburn on some of them. Now these tomatoes right here, when I planted them, I planted them inside and they got, you know, pretty long, just, you know, growing. And so when we planted them, we pretty much dig a hole, then dig a trench and put the root ball in the hole and lay the tomato alongside. And so that is why you see this tomato right here all the way down at the bottom, because of the way how I planted. So they're getting fed pretty good amount of water because their root ball is also deep down into the dirt. Then I dug a little trench coming this way, and so they're being fed really well. But these right here are on the drip system, and that is the beauty about with the drip system, because if you do have some things that don't like to be overhead water, simply because you may cause or run the risk of your plant being diseased, the drip system is really good to have. Just like even with our cucumbers, watering them straight at the ground is really well for them. Okay, keep down on the disease and the pests. Now right over here where we have our bell peppers planted, pretty much our little pepper row. Now we are experiencing some damage right here with our peppers. Now we'll come on down and show you what we are experiencing with the peppers, because it has been so hot. Now this right here, as y'all can see, this pepper right here pretty much got cooked from the heat. Also here's another one that is real low that got cooked as well, and it's pretty much, it's called sun scald. Okay, and that is what we are experiencing. Now we do have a few more bell peppers down here that we can also show you what is also happening. And look at this right here, guys. This is what's happening from the sun. That sun gets so hot, and you can see just this spot right here where the sun pretty much cooked that bell pepper. But all hope is not lost, because we can come in, pick that bell pepper, pare it on out, and still use it. Now it's quite a bit of them that's inside of this area here that has been burnt. Right here we also have another one that has been burnt. And so that is pretty much the damage that we are having from the sun here in Georgia, guys. It has been so hot, and you know, yes, we're bottling it, but you know what, nonetheless we still have to make sure that we keep these plants right here very much alive. Okay, very much alive. And so, because as long as these are alive, we have things to eat to be able to sustain our body. Now we're going to take you guys on down here to the brassicas just so we can have a look at them and just kind of give an update of what's going on with them. Okay, so come on along. Okay, and so here we are with our brassicas. Now we all know that brassicas is one of those plants that really like the cool season. Okay, so some of them, as y'all can see, you hear that? Listen to that right there, guys. Now you see where I just pulled that from. You hear how crunchy that is? That heat during the day is brutal. Okay, now our Georgia collards, they are holding up pretty well, and if I was not coming down here and watering these plants every day, they will simply perish. Okay, and here we have our Brussels sprout, and you can see how soft these leaves are. They're not full and vibrant simply because the sun come through and burn them up, but as soon as I water them, all that water will rush back into these leaves, and in the morning they will look so alive. But depends on what it looks like going through the summer. These right here, we may probably go ahead, pull them up, and maybe put in some beans or something like that. Now right over on this side where we have, and so these here are the cabbages. The cabbage, as y'all can see, we do have some leaves, you know, burnt on the ends. Now that's simply coming from that dew in the morning, and it just burned the tip of the plants. But long as the heart of the plants is okay and they're doing well, like we have one right here that we're going to go ahead and come on in the morning and harvest these cabbage, put them in the refrigerator, and just get them out of here. It is just simply getting too hot, and we don't want to lose everything. Okay, so while they're ready, we'll go ahead, cut them, put them up, and put them in storage. Now right over here, if you guys remember in the previous video where we went ahead and let y'all know that we are taking out these Romanesco broccoli here, and that is what we did. We took them out, and now we are getting ready to plant some sweet corn in this area right here. Okay, and so what I want you all to do though, just let me know in the comment box below what it is that you all are doing in your garden to keep your plants alive and vibrant. Okay, so pretty much the watering method that we're doing here on the homestead, we're watering late at night, simply so our plants can get a real good drink of water to battle the heat during the day. Now it was last night, like I say, I've come through and watered every night, and I watered this right here last night, and if y'all can see, look at that, we are bone dry. Now that is one of the ways that we will come in and kind of even check the moisture in the dirt. And even as y'all can see right here, and I'm going down as deep, and in a way that's why I'm kind of happy for these mounds right here, because even though that first few or even 3 inches above is real dry, you know, underneath is a bit more moist. And now I'm trying to get down to see how far down the moisture is. And so you see right here, as y'all can see, and that's why I like to use these mounds here in the garden, guys, and because you can see where the moisture level is right there. And so these plants are still able to get a little bit of drink, but it won't last for a long time because it's just been so hot. Okay, and so hey, that's what's helping these plants to kind of still stay alive, you know. But nonetheless, you know, I pray y'all take something away from this video here, as far as how we go about watering. You know, of course, you know, rule of thumb is you want to water early in the morning, but if we do that and that heat comes through and pull all that water, these plants won't have enough time to rejuvenate themselves. Okay, and so, but just drop down in the comment box below what it is y'all are doing on y'all homestead, farm, or wherever y'all may be to keeping y'all plants alive throughout the drought. Of course, we know water is one of those things that we have to make sure we do. And another thing, some of the things that you also can do to kind of keep that moisture in your dirt, if you're just planting on a level surface, mulch. Okay, you can get some wheat straw or pine straw, whatever it is, just to mulch the top of your dirt to keep that UV rays from pulling out all that moisture out of your dirt. Okay, so that's one of the things that you guys can implement if you have not done that as yet. But nonetheless, guys, I pray that y'all took something away from this video here. I just want to say thanks for stopping by the Humble Servant's Homestead, and as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all out there. Stay hydrated, okay, and have a blessed day.